Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your dude, your rebel, yo guy, steps next level, Ken Sargent, aka 1192, saying what's up. I just got back home from a little event that I just did, and honestly, looking pretty sharp here, eh? Yes, and these are not real. These are fake. Welcome, everybody, to another KeeKlip episode. But this here is KeeKlip 446 of the season, and we got like 4 more videos to wrap up, and I think I know what I want to do. I had to kind of mix together some things, but we're gonna get this good, okay? So now I thought about this, and I think it didn't really hit me till now because, like I said, I had another event that I did, the Broadway rave. So now, why not talk about Emo Nite for 446? So, like the Broadway rave, theater music, musicals, orchestra, stuff like that. So more likely thespian type of, like a thing, like what I'm trying to say, like a thespian's party, right? So with Emo Nite, totally different subject. Now, me personally, I am a big rock, metal, I'm all about guitars and drums and all that, right? So with this one in particular, I've done this one since 2019, and being in St. Louis, we had like different venues and whatnot for certain years, and of course 2020 was just so going back way back, when I started playing games, and I remember listening to the music on certain soundtracks, like one of which, my first one technically was Hot Wheels Turbo Racing, and that's when I had Metallica. And then from that point on, it's got on to like other games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Matt Hoffman, and other sports games like that. And so with that expectation, especially with Tony Hawk, like the X Games, I got one of the CDs. That's when it kind of had like all the punk rock in there, other rock, emo rock, and so that kind of got me to the point where it's like, man, this thing's actually really good, because I didn't really get into rock for real till I was like about in high school. And so with Emo Nite, I went 2019, 2021, I believe once, and then I just went again a few times this year. And what's cool about this one in particular, this one goes like around like cities, and like I'm friends with the DJ, and it's really cool to see him kind of go out and take pictures and just kind of interact with crowds like that. And kind of like how the Broadway rave was, this here more likely we're thinking like punk rock and emo from like the early 2000s, basically like My Chemical Romance, Green Day, American Rejects, Paramore. We're thinking like all those type of bands that kind of were there when we grew up, right? Now, of course, in my opinion, I believe that the 2000s music was a whole lot better because everyone was different. Everyone had their own genre. Everyone had their own flavor. And for me, it was rock. There was rap. There was other stuff. So I didn't really get to like more bigger music like I do now. But I was very specific about what I actually like to hear. And so from that time being, I just kind of said, like, you know what? Let's see how this is. So the first time I went, it was really cool. Luckily, I had a second pair of clothes. I was at somewhere else that day, and I kind of just thought, like, it was just, I just had like a tank top, a vest, and some pants, basically. And everyone's like they're all geared up too. And you gotta think, like, with this one, it's either really dark black hair, and they have all these different styles, different colored wristbands and clothing. So that's the one thing that kind of brought that attention to it. And so with the Emo Nite, which was actually a good party in my case, it was definitely a fun thing to see like a lot of people that grew up with that music and others that haven't, they come around, they do what they do. And punk rock at that time, it was a cool generation to see, a younger talents band together to make the kind of music, and to really compile all that to just bam, because okay, let's say like Crazy Taxi, like that game right there, honestly, one of the top selling games of all time. It had a great soundtrack. Tony Hawk Pro Skaters and all the other sports games that had good soundtracks. Aggressive in the line, which I think I have. I do not know. But like I said, it was still just a good, concept. So comparing like all that to the emo rock that we have, like the punk rock we have somewhere now. Sometimes some are tributes. Some are just, like legendary. But like I said, with Emo Nite specifically, it was just cool to see a whole like playlist of songs from back in the day. And it's not even that old. It's really not that old. It's like 2000. So yeah, like there was another part. I wish I could do it. It was like, I'll probably wait for that one. But what's fun about that one is like, you grow up with a certain type of music, right? And so for me with rock, it is a little bit, but I was still there, so I can kind of just go off of that. But it's always fun to kind of just headbang and what's funny about this with Emo Nite, a few times I've always got on stage and with other people on there. It was just really cool. There's always special guests that comes to these things, and like I said, the DJ, he goes all over the nation to do this. I'm like, dude, that's amazing. If I could do something like that, that'd be awesome. But it's always great to see something like that kind of come around. So I'll definitely keep in touch with him and also just the event itself. So for those of you that have not been to Emo Nite, I suggest go. For those of you that have been listening to rock since your high school days, like the early 2000s, like I suggest get your ticket, because the shows like that is just something. It's so fun. It's great. A lot of people show up, and it's just a history to your music, the ones that you love, and then bam, it's playing on the playlist. So that's all I gotta say on it. Like I said, it's another quick video, but like the page, like all that. They do. I believe they do have a Facebook, so I am one of the followers on there. So yeah, Emo Nite, stay loved. So like I said, this is gonna be another quick video to end up here. So hope you guys have a good night, and of course, like always, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/dude1192 or Ken Sargent. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all that. Dude1192 there. Till next time, stay tuned for 447, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace. Stay awesome.